Today, in part 2 of chapter 60 of the Yoga Vasistha, we will discuss in detail topics such as the state of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Greetings, seeker of truth. I'm Maharishi Vashishtha. Come on in, step right into my hermitage. Let's just clear our minds for a moment and sit together as we dive into this profound explainer. Today, I'm going to share with you the absolute essence of reality, exactly as it's laid out in these ancient texts. We're about to explore a state of being so incredibly deep, it literally shatters the illusion of the entire world around us. Are you ready?
So here's a quick roadmap of our journey today. First, we'll explain Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Then, we'll look at the Sanskrit and literal meaning. Third, we'll dive into Brahman and the non-differentiable state. After that, we'll tackle time, aeon, and witness consciousness. Fifth, we'll connect all this to modern science and daily life. And finally, we'll wrap up with the spiritual significance and summary. Let's jump right in.
Section 1. Nirvikalpa Samadhi Explained, the Absolute State.
You know, this entire universe you see around you, the stars up above, the earth beneath your feet, even your very own body, it's all just a fluctuation of the mind. So what actually remains when those fluctuations finally quiet down? Well, that's where Nirvikalpa comes in. It literally means without alternative, or without mental modification. It's the absolute highest state of consciousness. Think about your daily life. There's always this triangle, right? There's you as the observer, the thing you're observing, and the act of observing itself. But in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, all those mental fluctuations just stop. They cease entirely. You, the observer, merge completely with what's being observed. The whole illusion of separation just vanishes into thin air, leaving nothing but pure, undisturbed existence.
Moving on to Section 2, Sanskrit and Literal Meaning, Sarg-60, Verse 2.
Now I want you to really listen to the ancient vibration of the original Sanskrit text from passage 60:20-21. Yatha tatras stitam Brahma, tatha tatras mahivayam. Just let the resonance of those words settle right into you. You see, this isn't just nice poetry. This is a highly precise formula for liberation, carefully recorded right here in the Yoga Vasistha.
All right, let's break down the literal English translation of these words together. Yatha simply means just as. Brahma is the absolute. Stitham means exists, and Vayam translates to we. So the verse literally says, just as the absolute exists there, so do we exist there. The surrounding passages go on to detail exactly how this state is achieved. And how is that? It happens through the cessation of prana, that's your vital physical breath, and the absolute complete dissolving of your intellect and ego.
Now, here is the absolutely crucial part. We have to understand the difference between reading the text literally and grasping its deeper philosophical truth. Literally, sure, the text talks about physically stopping your breath and halting your thoughts, but as your teacher, I've got to reveal the hidden depths here. This is not about physical death or just passing out. The deeper truth is about achieving a complete, eternal unity with the non-dual reality. You aren't destroying your mind at all. You're actually just resolving it back into its original source. It's exactly like a wave simply resolving back into the vast sea.
Which brings us to Section 3, Brahman and the non-differentiable state, the ocean of oneness.
So what exactly is Brahman? Well, Brahman is the ultimate, unchanging, infinite, immanent, and transcendent reality. It's the divine ground of literally all matter, energy, time, space, and being. It's a huge concept. We're not talking about a god sitting on a cloud somewhere. We are talking about the very fabric of existence itself. Everything you are looking at right now, that's Brahman, just appearing as form. And the moment you truly realize this, you step right into what we call the non-differentiable state.
Think about it like this. Imagine rivers merging into a vast, boundless ocean. All their names, their forms, their differences, they dissolve entirely in Brahman. Take the river Ganga and the river Yamuna, for example. They have totally different names, different paths, different histories. But the second they touch the ocean, can you honestly separate their waters anymore? Can you scoop some up and say, oh, this is Yamuna and that over there is Ganga? Absolutely not. In that beautiful, non-differentiable state of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, your individual identity, your name, your past, all your anxieties, they completely dissolve into the infinite, boundless peace of Brahman.
Next up is Section 4, Time, Aeon, Witness Consciousness, Beyond the Clock.
Let's take a minute to consider the whole illusion of time. To our human minds, one single second feels very real.
right? It's tied to a passing thought. And one lifetime? Well, that encompasses every single human experience you'll ever have. But when we look at the Vedic texts, we talk about a kalpa. That's a cosmic aeon spanning literally billions of years, a span where entire universes are born and fade away. Yet, here's the mind-blowing part. Even a massive kalpa is just a fleeting blink of an eye when you view it from the state of timelessness. Time is just an illusion crafted by the mind. So when the mind ceases in samadhi, time itself simply ceases to exist.
And you might be wondering, who exactly is watching all this happen? Who is observing this timeline? Well, it's the witness consciousness, what we call the Sakshi Chaitanya. It is that pure, silent, observing presence deep within you. It just watches the play of the mind, all the joys, all the sorrows, the relentless passage of time without ever being affected by any of it. Think of it like a movie screen. That screen is never ever burned by the fire playing out in the movie, right? In the exact same way, your true identity, that eternal witness, is never touched by the chaotic events of the world.
All right, moving on to Section 5, Modern Science and Life, Ancient Wisdom, Modern Application.
You know what's really fascinating? Modern science is actually finally catching up to the Yoga Vasistha. Let's look at neurology. When a person enters a state of deep meditation that's akin to samadhi, brain scans actually show a complete deactivation of what scientists call the default mode network. That's literally the part of the brain responsible for your ego and your sense of a separate self. Crazy, right? And it doesn't stop there. Modern physics is relentlessly searching for this unified field theory, this single underlying field from which all forces in matter emerge. Well, thousands of years ago, we already had a name for this unified field. We simply called it Brahman.
So how do we actually use all this profound knowledge? Here is your practical, life-useful education. Step 1. Start by observing your vital breath, your prana. Just let it anchor you firmly to the present moment. Step 2. Actively detach from those racing thoughts. Remind yourself, you are not your mind. Step 3. Cultivate that witness consciousness in your everyday actions. Literally try to watch your life unfold like you're watching a movie. And finally, Step 4. Realize the underlying peace of the non-differentiable state. Even if you're walking right through the middle of a crowded, noisy city, know deep down that you and that entire crowd are one singular Brahman.
And finally, we arrive at Section 6, Spiritual Significance and Summary, the Ultimate Liberation.
So let's wrap this up with your key spiritual takeaways. I really want you to remember these words deeply. Verse 2 reveals that the cessation of your breath and intellect leads directly to the ultimate cessation of duality. Time, space, those massive cosmic aeons we talked about, they are all merely illusions painted by a restless mind. You are the eternal witness consciousness, completely and forever untouched by this transient physical body. True liberation, moksha, isn't about going off to some heaven after you die. No, it is the conscious merging with Brahman right here, right now, in the glorious state of nirvikalpa samadhi. I want to leave you with this final thought for your own self-inquiry. If you are truly the eternal witness consciousness, standing completely outside of time, calmly observing the rise and fall of entire cosmic aeons, what is there possibly left to fear in this fleeting momentary world? Reflect on that. I promise, you will find your peace.
On behalf of the Vedmata AI family, it is our humble request that if you found our presentation informative, please share our video as widely as possible so that the authentic knowledge of Indian Vedic texts can reach the masses. Come, let us all participate in this yagya of knowledge. Har Har Mahadev.